What's going on, yo? Welcome back to Cigar Ralphie. So MGK released his new album, Binge. It dropped on the 21st of September. I think this video uploaded on the 21st, so that would be today. If you're watching it later on, it dropped on the 21st. As we all knew he would, he used the Eminem beef actually to kind of beef up the, the album, the EP coming out, which I would have too. I mean, he got into a rap battle with Eminem, and his song Rap Devil got a lot of attention, got a lot of views. Then Eminem dropped Kill Shot, which also got a lot of views. So it was like, people were waiting for Kels to respond, because a lot of people, the same people who hated it, also listen to Rap Devil, and it's got, I think, like a lot of people that liked it, all right? But then he drops the album, and I hear it. I gotta say, look, I'm not the biggest fan of that style of rapping, so if you liked it, all power to you. That's your thing, that's just not my thing. I like the bars. I liked Rap Devil. But I feel like he didn't learn from the past. I think he should have took a history lesson in hip-hop battle and things that have happened in similar situations. I've seen this before. A lot of us older heads know who I'm talking about. Cannabis versus LL Cool J. This is kind of the same thing. The underdog versus the king. I'm not saying MGK is anywhere as lyrical as Cannabis, but it's the same scenario. Only thing is, Cannabis didn't have people backing him up like Machine Gun Kelly does. At the time when Cannabis went at LL Cool J, was a whole different time. He was by himself, basically. Nobody, no label, no nothing, just nobody. Machine Gun Kelly says he has nobody, but he does have a very strong, big following. And it's like a different era because of the internet and all that stuff. You can't predict if your album's gonna be good or whack, but you can't put a lot of effort into it. You can't put your 110% into your album. Cannabis, unfortunately, didn't do that because he had the world on his back going against him. The whole rap community he was pretty much blackballed. MGK is kind of blackballed, I guess. He does have a lot of people against him, but he does have a lot of people with him too. But what doesn't help is when he does these interviews like he did in the Breakfast Club. First of all, he was looking like an addict, and it's the worst time to look like an addict. With the loss of Mac Miller recently happening, like last week, this is not the time to go on a show drinking tequila, talking about how much drugs you use, talking about how, no, I'm not really gonna kick the habit because I gotta find a release. When these people in the Breakfast Club are telling you, yo, man, look, you got a daughter, you gotta think about your daughter and all that stuff. You got kids who look up to you. Then he says he sold 20 million. I don't know where that was, because I knew who Machine Gun Kelly was, but I didn't really mess with him like that. When Rap Devil came out, that's when I started looking up all the Machine Gun Kelly stuff. So I don't know if it was 20 million. There was a lot of inconsistencies. But let's talk about the album though. Back in the day, and I feel like this is what rappers are not doing nowadays, artists in general. Back in the day, rappers would go into the studio, they would drop like 30, 40, 50, maybe 100 songs, work their ass off, and their team would sit there and listen to all the songs. They would pick 12, 13, 9, 6, whatever, of all the best songs that they recorded. And that is what would go into the album. Nowadays, because I think you can drop songs from 1 minute to the other and get it out to the world, I think rappers are just making like 9 songs and let's put out these 9 songs. He didn't look at the whole situation. He didn't look at it as a whole. Everything that Eminem said about him in Kamikaze, I would have pushed my album back. I would have pushed it back. I wouldn't have dropped it so fast. I would have still been on that spotlight of the Eminem beef. I would have pushed it maybe a month or 2, started redoing songs. Everything Eminem said that he does, the mumble rap and auto-tune and all that stuff, I would have done the opposite on the album. I would have gave people what I saw that attracted people to me on Rap Devil, and that was bars. People liked the bar. Kelly has the potential to spit bars. He should have just gave us bars. If he would have done that, I think people would have been very impressed with this album. He's got 1 or 2 songs that are good, but it's just not my thing. I saw some people commenting on one of the videos that I saw that he just dropped. He was talking about like being addicted or something like that. Some people really liked it, some people didn't. He's got a strong, loyal fan base, which I think could have grown had he just done his homework in history and taken this a little more seriously. Going to the Breakfast Club, drinking tequila and Not, you know, saying, look, I'm not gonna get help for this drug use. I really all this stuff really didn't help. I like his motivation. I like that he says, look, I can't just let anybody, you know, come at me. I don't care if it's Eminem or somebody, you know, I can't just let him get at me. But you're at a point where you have to prove yourself. MGK still has to prove himself. Like it or not, he does. Eminem doesn't. Eminem's not hungry anymore. MGK still has to prove himself. So I would not be putting out mumble raps or nothing like that. I'm not saying that his new album is completely mumble rap. It's not. Some people are comparing it to mumble rap. But I would have left out the auto-tune and, you know, all that other mumble rap-ish type thing. I understand that he's catering to the new generation of people, but you gotta understand, with this rap battle, you saw that there was people from the older generation and people from the newer generation who loved it, loved that style that you gave them. We've heard you freestyle, we were like, oh my god, this guy's nice. So stick to what works, you know what I'm saying? We know you're an actor, you're playing Tommy Lee in that new Motley Crue movie. That's crazy. But you can also rap. You can rap. MGK can rap, okay? He can rap. But I feel like he thinks he has to do, like he has to get attention. He has to rap like the new rappers. If not, he's not going to get any attention. Clearly, he got, I think, the most attention I've ever seen him get from Rap Devil, and that was him actually putting out bars. Like, he grabbed the pen and paper and put some work into this. That's what he had to do with every song on this album, Binge. Just put out bars. That's what Eminem did. Eminem saw his last album didn't work. He didn't get any attention. And he just stayed inside, like you said, dictionary, and put some work in. He put in some work. He put out bars. That's why his album did so good. MGK could have done the same thing. Learn from your enemies. Sun Tzu, Art of War. Look at what worked. Rap Devil worked. Take Rap Devil and duplicate it 9, 10, 12 times. I'm not saying this song, I'm not saying this Eminem 9, 12 times. I'm saying duplicate the style and turn that into an album. Anyway, y'all, don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow me on social media, and I'll be out of here from Africa, sadly, in a few days. So I don't know if I'll be dropping too many videos, though they may be like this. Packing up all my stuff, and I got ink all over my fingers. And I'll see y'all on the next smoke.